The atmosphere of the room was dark. Jungkook sat there on the head of the table. His dark and calculated eyes were stuck on the whiskey glass over the table, as his hand held it, while he listened to a man speak as the meeting continued. Except for that one man, there was a pin drop silence in the room. No one dared to even breathe loudly when Jungkook is around. No one wants to have Jungkook's attention. While the meeting progressed, he gave orders and they listened before everyone left the room, leaving Jungkook alone. His phone buzzed and he saw the text message from his wife. The cold aura disappeared as a smile took its place on his lips. Wine, if you come back home within an hour, I'll give you a surprise. Ryan, you won't ever get it again if you don't return. There was an angry emoji beside it, and Jungkook threw his head back. He would have gone back without that warning too. He was such a goner when it came to her. So he packed up for the day and left to see whatever surprise awaited him. As he reached home and entered his bedroom, he found her reading her book while laying on the bed. She sat up instantly and a huge smile appeared on her lips. That smile. That smile was what he was whipped for. Ryan, I knew you would come. She happily put her book away and jumped in his arms. He held her in his embrace while her hands were wrapped around his torso. Jungkook, you called and I won't come. Is that even possible? He kissed her once before putting her down. Ryan, impossible. Jungkook, alright, where is my surprise? Ryan, come, sit here. She dragged her to the couch, pushing him down, then brought her guitar and took a seat opposite to him. She was learning how to play it nowadays and was pretty good at it by now. She checked the strings and then started to play his favorite song that she had been learning for quite some time, only to surprise him like this one day. As soon as she started, he knew what song it was, and it touched his heart to know she learned it for him. He was so in love with her, those eyes, those hands, those lips, all of her. He wanted to keep all of her for himself. May it be selfish of him. She had a pretty smile on her lips and eyes as she finished the song and bowed after her performance. Jungkook, that deserves a dinner on a cruise. He took her in his arms again and kissed her. The kiss was soft yet passionate as he poured his love into the kiss. His hand held onto her hair, stroking them occasionally to provide her with peace and comfort. He showered her with his affection before getting on the bed. As she stayed in his arms, Jungkook, you played it so well. It was perfect. You have learned it in such a short time. Jungkook sat up for a minute, removing his shoes and his shirt, as well getting all easy before taking her in his embrace again. Jungkook, let me make arrangements. Let's have the dinner tonight. He grabbed his phone and started to do his work while she traced her fingers over his tattoos, which covered a huge part of his body. She then grabbed a marker, getting in his arms again, and started to draw a cute butterfly on his bicep. She made a smiley sunflower beside it, and a smiley sun as well. Jungkook let her do as she wished until he finished his work, only to find all those cute doodles filling up his arm. All of them had a smiley face, no matter what it was. Jungkook, why is there a donkey on my arm? Why, it's not a donkey, she said, offended, and hit his chest. Why, it's a dog. Jungkook persuaded his lips. She pushed him and turned around, sulking angrily. He cursed at himself and looked at the dog again, but he swore it still looked like a donkey to him. He backhugged her and dug his face in her neck, placing a lot of kisses there. Jungkook, I'm sorry, it's a dog, and it's cute. Vine, don't lie. Leave me. Jungkook, have you ever seen me leaving you before? He showered her with more kisses all over her head and shoulder until she melted in his arms. Vine, you're so bad. Not even letting me stay mad at you. Jungkook, what will I do if you get mad at me, princess? I cannot function like that. She turned towards him again and started to draw more tattoos on him. Vine, select my dress for tonight. You buy me so many of those. You know how hard it is to select one? Jungkook, I'll help, yeah? Just because it's hard, they won't stop coming. Vine, seriously, what do I do with this man? She shook her head and made a scary, ghost kind of doodle before she put the marker away. Jungkook, you're trying to scare all these cuties away. Vine, like you scare me away, she said dramatically, and he started to tickle her. She laughed out of joy and wiggled around while he chuckled. No matter how messed up he was, right here, with his wife, he always played along with her, and she always brought a smile on his lips. That's what their relationship was.